Well, a very, very good morning to you this beautiful Saturday morning, and we bid you welcome to the weekend kickoff. Interestingly, I'm just I'm just excited because the man in the house this beautiful morning is just going to be giving me all the vibes that I want on a beautiful Saturday morning like this. We bid you welcome again, and of course, my name has not changed. David E is my name, and this beautiful morning. We have so much lined up for you in the shortest of time, but we will be hoping that you will, join us to celebrate as we celebrate. Well, VOP Media is 3, and we just have to consistently tell you about that. It's about time that we let the world know that, yes, at this time, a beautiful media outfit like Voice of the People TV really, really needs to celebrate you who have consistently made us who we are and what we are today and at this time. All right, let's kick it off. Like you always know, is the weekend kickoff, and I'm not alone this beautiful morning. I have the men in the studio. I have, of course, Jerry, who is here, and of course, Ikechukwu. I don't want to say let's give a wild shot, but let me start with Ikechukwu. Very good morning to you, brother.
Good morning, David, and good morning to our viewers. It's so good to be here again.
Right. Well, Jerry is looking like me in the native, donning the native attire, looking more like we have an Owambe later today. Jerry, a very good morning to you.
It's the Owambe season.
Right.
VOP is 3. So
right.
We'll do the Saturday Owambe after the show.
Ew, don't play.
Party after party.
Not the, okay, is it the Arsenal party or the normal party?
No. We'll celebrate
Arsenal party left already now.
You know.
Arsenal party. Mbuemo party, if he's going to be signing.
Rest now, rest.
They will still sign him.
Let's get to this conversation quickly. You would also know that with us, you have more than a voice, so we'd expect you to react to any of the stories that we'll be talking about today on our comment section. Of course, you know how to do that on YouTube. If you're not following on YouTube already, come on, hit that follow button or subscribe to our YouTube. On YouTube, we're at Voice of the People TV, and on all other social media platforms, we're at VOP TV Live. Let's get to it almost immediately. Well, interestingly, there's a story coming from the South African FA who is accusing Nigerians of pushing for points deduction. And I'm wondering, how in God's name would that not happen? But as FIFA deliberates on whether to dock South Africa 3 points for fielding an ineligible player, a top official of the South African Football Association, SAFA, has accused Nigerians of masterminding the campaign for the penalty. Well, midfielder Tahobo Mokoena, who was due to serve a suspension after accumulating 2 yellow cards, played over 80 minutes in South Africa's 2-0 win over Lesotho, an offense that typically carries a punishment of a 3 points and 3 goals deduction. Well, in a conversation with Nigerian journalists, oh boy. Well, at the recent concluded Club World Cup, the SAFA official claimed Lesotho was unaware of the infraction until it was amplified by the Nigerian media. He added that since the issue gained traction, both the Nigerian press and football authorities have maintained pressure on FIFA to act, suggesting it has become a strategic move to alter the group dynamics. Well, interestingly, despite acknowledging that a point deduction could reopen the group standings, the official expressed confidence that South Africa would still qualify for the 2026 World Cup at Nigeria's expense. Guys, this conversation is ongoing, but the part where South African officials at this point are saying, look, Nigeria is the one that started this whole thing. I mean, is that supposed to even be news? You did the wrong thing, and some persons are pointing it out, and you are becoming agitated that we are pointing it out. Okay, what's your position here, really?
Well, to be very honest with you, I don't expect the South African FA to react like this. I think they should have understood that at this point, they should just find a way to make do with whatever punishment that comes with it. It is statutory, right? For me, if I were in the position of the South African FA, what I would be doing at this point is to look at the loopholes within the law that states that you have to actually filing your complaint within a stipulated time, which nobody actually did, which is I think about 48 hours, and nobody did. So that was exactly where I'll be exploiting. I'll be telling FIFA, okay, yes, there was an infraction, you can find me, but nobody actually filed within the stipulated time. And then that would have been a very interesting case we will be having in our hands. But coming here to cry that Nigeria, I mean, what exactly do you expect? I mean, this is us trying to actually play to our strengths. They weren't the reason why they actually faltered. So if they actually if we find an opportunity to actually get back, to close the gap, this is a very good opportunity for us. So you don't expect us not to take it. I mean, if they were in our shoes, they will definitely do the same. So this is my own thought as South African. What I'll be doing is just to exploit the loopholes in the laws and just let it get more interesting than we're having it now. Well,
Jerry, interestingly, as it stands, Ikechukwu just mentioned the fact that nobody filed. But should anybody even file?
With the way Ikechukwu is sounding, I think it's high time the South African FA should come and employ him. So that we will advise them on how to find the way around it. Because I don't understand. You've already committed a crime.
Right.
And anyway, lawyers, they know how to do it. Maybe you are a lawyer as well. That's why you're already making case. No, you are making case for a criminal. Somebody who has offended. He has been caught in the act. So they will have to report it to police first. Before police will say, yes, they that reported you. The whole world saw you. You made an infraction, a criminal offense by feeding an ineligible player in a World Cup qualifier. Do you know what is at stake? We're talking about the FIFA World Cup. Do you know what comes to Nigeria for qualification? A lot is at stake. Right. So you don't expect any country. Yeah, fine, Lesotho.
But Jerry, is there anywhere it's written in law that they have to fight within 48 hours?
All these things you are just giving.
I'm asking now.
Rules are meant to be broken. Calm down. The time Nigeria offended, that was prior to the 2018 World Cup. That was Russia. Yeah, we fielded an ineligible player against Algeria. Right. Algeria did not complain, but FIFA still eventually went ahead to deduct the 3 points. Nobody complained, but FIFA found out that we fielded an ineligible player through sources and so on and so forth, and FIFA carried out the 3-point deduction. But good, the fact that we've already qualified, even with the point deduction, it did not affect our chances. Yeah. So it's not the turn of South Africa. Jerry, it has happened to various countries.
FIFA acted based on
what?
FIFA acted based on what they have in their hands. Yes. It is their prerogative to actually act.
FIFA does not know that South Africa played the Soto with
let's look at it very holistically. See, FIFA understands that it is within their right to actually take decisions, and they took it. But
they've not even taken it.
No, not in this case now. I'm talking about the case of Nigerians. Yes. Okay. I'm saying in this case, right? If that particular part of the law is that useless, why is it there? It means that for them to actually put that clause,
what part of the law are you talking about?
48 hours to file the complaint.
The filing complaint.
Yes. If that particular law is entirely useless, because that's exactly what you're actually claiming now, it shouldn't have been there. They actually did that because they know that within this window you have a chance to actually lay your claim. And I mean, if you had done that within that window, perhaps this point would have been deducted long before now.
The clause did not also say that if you do not make a complaint, that FIFA will not take action.
That's what makes it interesting. That's exactly where
FIFA did not say that too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They say 48 hours complaint. FIFA did not calm down. FIFA did not still go ahead to say if they don't complain, I will say to your to Israel, everybody should go.
Jerry.
Okay, this thing you are saying is
absence of yes is not always
let me now address. Okay, calm down. Let me now address the FA chairman, the FA chief, whoever he is, saying that
which of the FA is that?
the South African FA that was saying that Nigerians talk too much, that they should pipe low. You have offended a country of over 200 million Nigerians who are active on social media. If FIFA forgets, they will drag Infantino on the air. Okay, don't forget, South Africa is owing us 3 points. You must deduct. Amaju Pinnick, they will drag you. Amaju Pinnick, call Infantino if in case he has forgotten. The ethics committee, in case you have forgotten. So there is no way South Africa will avoid that 3 points deduction.
But then Jerry, one thing I want us to try and analyze here is why is there no other clause stating, just like you mentioned, that even if you do not file, this particular decision will still be taken?
The thing is that why should South Africa's case become debate and debate and debate? This thing has happened to several countries in Africa, and they went ahead to the dot, complain or not.
Jerry.
So why should is South Africa special?
Jerry, there's something about it.
In South Africa, for instance,
cases will always one case.
If in South Africa now, if they go to the World Cup, are they going to win it? That's the truth now.
If you go to the World Cup, are you going to win it?
I have a better chance than South
How?
Africa.
Whose chance?
Yes.
How?
I have the
Whose chance do you have?
time African Footballer of the Year for the past 2 years.
And you are struggling to qualify.
When last did South Africa have the current African Footballer of the Year?
Does it change? Does it change anything?
It changes a lot.
How many? Okay, wait. How many African Footballer of the Year has Morocco produced?
See, this thing you are
how many African Footballer of the Year?
Let me tell you. If FIFA is hosting the World Cup, how many South African players will be used for the advertisement of the World Cup as far as Africa is concerned, ahead of Ademola Lookman, ahead of Victor Osimhen? Please name 5 South African players that are TV worthy, advert worthy for an African continent being at the World Cup. Please name 2. Name 2. I'm waiting.
Wait.
1 second gone. 5 seconds gone.
Wait now. How many African Football of the Year?
This
how many African Football of the Year?
You are giving me gimmicks.
How many African Football of the Year has Morocco produced?
But are you saying? Even with
Morocco and South Africa,
how many have they produced?
As far as World Cup is concerned, Morocco and South Africa, they are not on the same level. Same with Nigeria. In terms of representation, how many World Cup has South Africa gone to?
Jerry, I asked a question.
The last one they went to was because they hosted. What are you saying?
How many African Football of the Year has Morocco produced? That's what I'm asking.
How many? The last one. Morocco still produced the last one before.
African Football of the Year.
Yes.
Who?
Well, Haji,
98.
Yes.
So now you look at Morocco now compared to Nigeria.
Yes.
How many have we produced?
How many have we produced? Are we on a debate here?
No.
Are we on a debate here? Are we on a debate here?
Where I'm going to is
calm down.
He's placing number of African Football of the Year you've produced as a yardstick for better World Cup performance. Morocco got to the semi-final of the World Cup. How many World Cup have seen? Yes, now.
The thing is that
he was practically talking about
if you want to practice your law degree,
I want to believe
you can go ahead with South Africans. For all I care, because this position you are taking is not tenable.
How?
Because now you want to use the fact I said that the past two current African Footballer of the Year
because
is the issue. Okay, now taking a look at it, are we now going to say because nobody complained, the 3 points should not be deducted?
See,
so that South Africa will be happy.
I'm not saying
so that they will have the joy that nobody complained.
That means Jerry didn't listen to me.
No,
when I was talking, I started with.
They should go and look for loophole now.
Yes, I said. I mean, the law is there. It's clear.
Yeah.
If
I wish them good luck.
Why did they put it in the law if it's not useless?
That's the same question I'm asking.
48 hours stipulation.
With that
have you read the FIFA ethics? Have you read the law? Have you read the ethics? The ethics also the thing is
it also says what?
When a law is being made and there is no clause to say if this law is not carried out, this is what punishment. Anybody
let me cite a part of the Nigerian constitution. Hold on.
No, come
on. No. So that he's going to tell me.
If you're going to go by,
so that he's going to tell me.
No. Just go by that.
That's what I'm saying. South Africa will be needing a lawyer. I can recommend this.
You know why I said this?
Yes.
The absence of yes. It's not always no. So because they didn't say if you didn't file this will happen. Jerry is trying to create
this position. This argument is dead.
It's dead on arrival. It's because the South Africans have decided not to take it. If the South Africans take this position,
if you field ineligible players, you will be point deducted, and of course 3 goes to that point. Is that law stated?
Yes.
Ignorance of the law.
No. Wait now.
It's not absence of the law.
You've not completely quoted the law now. The law further said that when that happens, because that now is the first answer saying that this is a penalty for doing this.
Yes.
Now it's now saying if you do this, they have to file within 48 hours. Why will the law say the person who is supposed to benefit from it has to file?
So here's my question
nothing wrong.
Again.
He has given them advice.
No.
It's not left for them. See, if they like, they should go and hire the International Criminal Court of Justice to go and defend them if it doesn't concern you. That 3 points will be deducted.
The concern now.
I really wish they can.
They should take it now. At least the lawyer will have. They will be paying his flights to be running around Switzerland and FIFA headquarters.
But my concern now is why is there that loophole, just like he's mentioning, in that particular law.
There's no loophole anywhere.
You think there is none?
So that thing is useless. They shouldn't put
There's
it there.
no loophole.
Okay, let's agree that it should be expunged.
Let me tell you, see.
Should we
the
agree it should be
issue of
expunged?
lawmaking, there's also morality and what is right and the burden of proof. The thing is that there's already proof that South Africa has erred.
Nobody's denying it.
Togo. Yeah, so why should I be arguing? Why should I be arguing with you that they should go and be looking for?
Jerry,
me?
No, but the fact that there was no
Jerry, you need to
filing
understand
of
that in
that particular convention.
In law.
It's what I'm asking you.
Please, let's check which platform we are. We on VOP TV South Africa. Because I need to know, are we on VOP TV South Africa or Nigeria?
No,
we're arguing for South Africans. Because wait, what would be your benefit if South Africa goes to the World Cup?
It will teach us a lesson. We'll prepare better. Yes, we'll prepare better.
Please be a lesson teacher and leave that one for
But
yourself.
you have been very, very strong on saying Nigeria will still qualify.
See, maybe he has a South African girlfriend that's been encouraging you to come to this platform. The TV doesn't this story. Because as far as I'm concerned,
no, but wait, I want to find out
is already done.
Why choose this conversation to wanting to defend the South Africans?
No. See, I'm not defending South Africa. I'm defending the law. What I'm saying is,
You should have been a court justice. I think people should hire you. So that you become a law justice. You'll be defending their law for them.
Wait. See, we need to understand how naturally the law is usually elastic. It's created for man, not man for the law.
Yes.
So now when we are trying to interpret what the law says, we should understand that the fact that the law is quiet in certain areas, it's why at the end of the day, whatever the result of a particular incident that the judge passed out becomes the next law, because it has set precedents for it. Now we've not had anybody who has come out and say, hey, this is what happened. You said we should try to file. Nobody filed. They will be punished. They'll be fined. But at the end of the day, that is a fact. That the law gave that for a reason.
Okay.
Right. It is what lawyers do. They exploit those weak areas of the law, and it is what makes law stronger.
But it is also an interpretation of whoever is going to be carrying out that particular law, and of course making sure that the ethics and the morals of that law is clearly followed. The tenets of those laws.
Morality is the last thing that comes when it comes to law.
Same thing has happened.
Interpreting the law.
But interpretation of the law also has
morality is the last that comes
as well.
When you talk about check the facts, then check the
I'm not here or interested in looking at the intricacies when it comes to the law, loopholes or whatever. What I am interested in is the South African FA chief who said that Nigerians have been making noise about it instead of keeping it low. And I'm also calling on this platform, not only should FIFA deduct the 3 points, they should make sure that the games against Lesotho should not be played in South Africa, because
that's another concern.
They will also be planning to make sure the second leg, because the first leg and second leg is going to be played in South Africa. The second leg should not be played in South Africa.
Whether the game is played in South Africa,
and the game against Zimbabwe too should not also be played in South Africa.
Okay,
FIFA should hit
Zimbabwe. I
should make sure.
But for Lesotho,
make sure.
Lesotho is like Lagos,
right,
inside Nigeria. Right. That's how Lesotho is in South Africa.
Right.
So whether you play the game outside Lesotho, you still play in South Africa. Whether you play in South Africa, so it's the same thing, Jerry.
Down. If they play the game,
Lesotho is the country.
If they play the game in another South African country, it's better for you.
Okay, they should take it outside.
Yes.
Okay, they should not play it in Lesotho.
Since Lesotho, yes.
Why you say?
They don't have a FIFA recognized pitch. That is why they are playing in South African stadium. So they should play in South African stadium.
If South Africa can, if the rule says they can do it, they will.
I think they need to revoke his international passport. If you have one, they should revoke it and give you a South African passport. So that we know where you stand.
Jerry,
because I don't understand.
Another conversation you just raised is the concern about the fact that they have to play that game in South Africa because
everything is unfair. Unfairly making South Africa the unavoidable choice of qualifying, because
is that the reason why you fail to win any game before the check?
That's not your business.
So you see,
that's
you've not done your part. You're complaining.
The thing is that in the game of love and war, everything is fair.
So what you're saying here is fair.
So as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to fight and make sure that what is needed to be done needs to be done.
All right then.
Because I cannot have a situation where South Africa will play home and away their own games and still play four games on their home tour against other teams. That's really unfair.
I think what we should be looking at really is the whole law. where all of this, why are all of these things possible? Because if the law does not permit it, right? This guy.
Is that the
You are being well advised to them. That's why they're using the loopholes now. They know that there's a loophole.
Is that the influence of Mosepe in this conversation?
Definitely, Mosepe has a big influence because one,
particularly the fact that Lesotho and Zimbabwe is playing in South Africa.
How come, if not that those dead heads inside the NFF, who's supposed to raise eyebrows from the beginning, knowing that Zimbabwe is going to be playing their home games in the same qualifier in an opponent who are in an interested party? That is totally wrong. That's totally
Before
wrong.
we jump off this conversation, I would like to ask you, do you believe Nigeria will still qualify?
Are you afraid to say your mind?
Of course, we will win all of our 4 games. But it doesn't change.
Imagine, and he's somebody in Africa here. We win all the 4 games.
All right, then. I like the fact that he still stands on that position. But let's get to another conversation where Super Eagles head coach Eric Chell has said that he already knows the players. He will call up for the Nigeria's crucial 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers against Rwanda and South Africa. Well, Chell revealed this after overseeing a test game with the Chan Eagles, stressing that he has closely monitored his squad and is confident of his selections. If the game is tomorrow, in his words, he said, "I can tell you the team I'll play is already in my head." Chell told reporters, well, in his words also, he said, "I've watched the players and I know them better than before." With Nigeria currently trailing group leaders South Africa by 6 points, the upcoming fixtures are vital to the country's World Cup hopes. The coach emphasized the team's focus on preparation and securing all available points. Meanwhile, Nigeria is awaiting a decision from FIFA regarding South Africa's alleged use of an ineligible player to their match against Lesotho, a potential 3 points and 3 goals deduction. And of course, that should significantly have a move in that group. Well, Jerry, I want to start with you on this. Eric Chell saying, look, right now in my head, I have my players. Is that something Nigerians should be happy about going into these 2 games?
At least if you are going to battle, you need to know your game plan. Even if the battle is 3 months ahead. At least he has played against Rwanda. He played against Zimbabwe. He saw the mistake. He has played friendlies against Ghana and Jamaica. He has also played friendlies against Russia. And he has tested various options. And as well as he's working currently with the Chan team, who are going to the competition in August. And we are playing Rwanda and South Africa in September. So he should at least know the nucleus of the players in his team. Definitely, you don't need any wizard to tell you that Osimhen, if he's fit, is going to start. Ademola Lookman is going to start. Samuel Chukwueze and let me say Stanley Nwabali will be in goal. Trust Ekong if he's fit. Then who is now going to partner with him? Is he going to be Kevin Bassey, Shemi Ajayi? Then the midfield, has been the issue. I hope Chris Santos will still maintain the shape and form we saw last season with Etafe. And of course, we should not be seeing players who are not good enough. But if Eric Chell says that's fine and good. But our only issue is that let's stop driving these 3 points. Because it's one thing, if they deduct the 3 points and Nigeria does not beat Rwanda and South Africa, what is now the essence or the value of the 3 point deduction? They should forget about the 3 points. Go and win their games. That is what they did and went against Zimbabwe, and they were dancing around and played the draw. As far as I'm concerned, in as much I want Nigeria to qualify for the World Cup, as far as I'm concerned, Nigeria is no longer going to the World Cup. Anything that happens is now going to be miracle. Nigeria has failed with all the opportunities they had to qualify for the World Cup.
Now, still talking about Eric Chell's list, and I'm still staying with you. Do you think the fact that he oversaw that training session with the Chan Eagles, there's a possibility that he might be picking 1, 2, 3, maybe Chan players, Nigerian-based players, to want to integrate them into the Super Eagles to have a formidable squad? You would recall the likes of the late Stephen Keshi did same with the likes of Sunday Mband and the likes. But again, do you think that off the record, there is a possibility that Eric Chell has any of these Chan players in his head to want to infuse into the team?
Yeah, he made a statement by inviting 9 of them to be a part of the friendlies. Again, the Unity Cup and even the Russian game. And of course, we've seen Sadiq, the Remo Stars right back, who had an assist. Was it against the Ghana team? Yes, he had an assist. So he's also a player that could be getting chances in the Eagles going forward.
Okay.
Then there's also this Niger Tornadoes boy. I'm trying to remember his name. Papa Daniel.
Yes.
It looks like he's interested in that guy, and hopefully Papa Daniel will be at the CHAN. That is if he doesn't get, because he went before to look for a club side, he didn't get. He had to return back. So if he goes to the CHAN and do very well, the thing is that it's not left for the players who are going to the CHAN to impress Eric Chell, because this is an open check for them to impress him. Because if they impress him and do very well, even if Eric Chell doesn't want to pick them, the pressure will be on him. Right. These players have done well at the CHAN. Give them a chance. There are areas in that team that need players who can cover those loopholes. But of course, no matter how well you do in CHAN, I cannot tell you to go and bench Victor Osimhen. So forget about that one. But do something that will make it unavoidable. Even if you make the bench, we can now know that we have a formidable option. If Osimhen is not giving us the goals, we can bring you in. If this one is not doing well in midfield, we can bring you in.
Okay. Now let's also talk about the CHAN Eagles, and Ikechukwu, I'm coming to you on this. Interestingly, the Harambee Stars, the CHAN Harambee Stars, were encouraged by the support of the president, William Ruto, who stumbled, who just went into the training session and promised a lot. You would recall that, yes, I think the CHAN competition is being played in Kenya, but the concern about Eric Chell is the infiltration of this is my slot, this is not my slot. Should we be seeing this coming in the near days, particularly on picking players for the Super Eagles?
I mean, the issue of this is my slot will not stop. So that's not even the conversation starter. Because the only way you can stop is when you have a proper funnel where these players graduate through the system.
So you think it's not going to happen?
It's going to happen. If you continue to have players from abroad come into the Super Eagles, then of course it's open. And when something is open, when a system is open without a proper check, then the people with the highest influence will always influence the system, because nature abhors vacuum. So if there's no influence, somebody must have to influence the system. So but for the team, right, this team Eritrea has, of course, that before he came, the team was already qualified, so we have the two best coaches as far as the Nigerian League is concerned at this point, as the coach that actually took them to the tournament, in person of Fidelis Ilechukwu and Benga Ogumodede. The two coaches won the league, Enugu Rangers and now Remo Stars. So now they understand, they know the players. So going into this particular tournament, I think about 2 weeks ago, Eritrea was actually wowed by one of the central defenders in Nigeria. I think the guy plays for Niger Tornadoes. Ngungwe, I think that's his name. Okay. So he was talking about the guy being, a very good addition to the centre back problem that we have already. Very likely, already talked about the Super Eagles players, and then the ones that we see as on natural starters. Yes, that's the word. So, but now looking at what we have, going to this team, and the issue of whether we're going to actually get a good number of players from this guy, it depends on how far they go. Okay. And I'll tell you for real, right? Going to this championship, they're favorites already. There are people who you most likely want to give it to them. North Africans and South Africa. South Africa normally do Sundown. A lot of their players play at home, and they are, in fact, they are majority of them are also part of the national team. Right. So going to this particular tournament, so you want to fancy them, going all the way to even win this particular championship. One of the things you talked about earlier was Zimbabwe, and how Chelsea is actually going to manage it. The thing is, countries like Zimbabwe and most of these countries within that South African region play alike. The same way we have South African and West African teams playing alike. Now, if you've played, Zimbabwe and other teams within that, Lesotho, right, it gives you, a window of what South Africa looks like. Right. They all play alike. The only difference is the quality. They like to actually, play this massive attack, massive defense, and they can actually run 90 minutes. That's exactly how they play. And if you watch how Lesotho played Super Eagles, if you watch how Zimbabwe played Super Eagles, if you even watch how South Africa played us, it's similar. So I think he must have understood how they actually play in South Africa, going this particular tournament. So I just hope that for me, this CHAN, these guys give their best, at least get to the semi-final again, even if that's the best position we've been. But then let's also get to see top quality players coming out of this particular team.
All right, speaking of top quality players, let's just let you know as well that Napoli have set a firm Monday deadline for Galatasaray to complete the transfer of Victor Osimhen, and this according to Football Italia. The club have reached an agreement on key terms, including a 40 million euro upfront fee and 35 million in installments by June 2026. Now, this is a major hurdle as far as Galatasaray and Napoli is concerned. Guys, let me start off with Jerry. Galatasaray seem to be serious about doing business with Napoli, but do you think Napoli will want to do business with them with these kind of conversation of paying in bids for Victor Osimhen?
Yeah, the thing is that Napoli has proven to be a very difficult club to deal with, and if Galatasaray is going to have a negotiations with them, they need to have it at the back of their mind that negotiations can still change in last minute. Laurentiis, someone who works with his emotions, and it's unfortunate that it affects the careers of players like Victor Osimhen. He has done it severally. I've even read about how mafia-like he is, and of course, he even talks about his relationship with the mafia world.
So Gala shouldn't be taking this conversation serious.
I can never take Napoli serious. The only day I will take Napoli serious as far as Osimhen is concerned is when the boy has finally sealed the deal and make the move, and they unveil him in the next club he has moved to. Because I'm sure that Laurentiis wants to drag this deal to the last minute. He wants to make sure that he frustrates Victor Osimhen. He will make that boy beg to leave that club. I know how difficult he can be. He has even said it that his family has told him, he has told his family that he cannot sell the club, that the club is more like a toy to him, that he doesn't even see the club as a big deal.
Interesting.
The Saudis have made several efforts to buy the club. They've tabled double the value of the club. He said no, he's not going to sell.
Interesting.
That's how difficult he is. Well, so imagine that kind of a person. How much do you want to give to him for Victor Osimhen? It's not about the money. It's just about pride and how difficult a person Laurentiis is.
It's interesting. Let me come to you, Ike. The person of Laurentiis and of course Napoli, looking at the fact that they want to find a way to make money, recoup whatever on Victor Osimhen's head. Is there the possibility that Galatasaray might not see through this particular transfer?
De Laurentiis is a businessman. I admire businessmen. He understands that.
Shrewd businessman.
He's a businessman. He understands his value. He understands that at this point he doesn't need Osimhen. Osimhen is like a used oil, and you who needs him, you can pay whatever it is you want to it, because he's won the league without Osimhen. So at this point, there's nothing Osimhen is bringing to him again outside the money. So it depends. I also believe that everyone has a price, even the Laurentiis. There's something you're going to actually give to trade, then definitely you allow it pass. I'll give an example. So if you look at the people who actually built America, one of the guys, what's his name? Andrew Carnegie, right, who is the steel magnate. So everyone believed that this guy is never going to sell his company, never. But there is a certain JP Morgan, the financial group, who believes that everyone has a price.
Yeah.
And then he knows that if he approach this guy himself, this guy is definitely not going to budge. He used Carnegie's right-hand man to ask him, what is the value of your company? Ask him if he's willing to sell, what will he sell at? And then he told him.
Everyone has a price.
So definitely, if they want Osimhen, they're definitely going to get Osimhen.
All right, in one sentence, Jerry and Ikechukwu, Napoli, I beg your pardon, Ademola Lookman to Inter Milan. There are also conversations around Atletico Madrid, Arsenal, Barcelona, these other clubs. But Inter Milan seems like the club. Do you think he's going to make it?
So Ademola
Lookman.
I mean, there's no reason he's going to struggle to settle. He's played almost 10 years in Italy now. Okay. All right. So I mean, if he goes to Inter Milan, he's going to meet better quality players than where he's coming from. So it's going to really help his career. I think it's a very good one.
Atletico Madrid or Inter Milan? Which would you rather say?
He should run to Inter Milan, because he will have opportunities to win trophies. And he'll have opportunities to play for the next 5-6 years, because Inter Milan retain players even in their 30s.
All right.
So he should go into Inter Milan.
All right, thank you so very much for that one. Well, this is where we have to call it today, and of course, draw the curtain on the show this beautiful morning. We only want to say thank you to the guys, AKH Squad, of course, Jerry, for being here. Thank you guys for being here. As we go, of course, we always want to tell you, don't allow the weekend weaken you. David E. saying, do have an amazing weekend ahead. Of course, you know how we do it right here on Voice of the People Television. Don't touch that dial. Have a great weekend ahead. God bless Nigeria.